Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Happy May the 4th. Today is basically Star Wars Day and I am going to do a look inspired by Star Wars. I know I have recently done a look inspired by Star Wars because that was I think about 2 weeks ago I done it. But today I was like, I have to take another opportunity to do it. I've even dressed up. I'm wearing one of my Rebel t-shirt, it's a dress, and I've got my Rebel earrings. And I have one of my friends here with me as well, and I don't know where to put him, but I'm just going to keep him on the side here and he'll just pop up every so often. Let's just kind of get into a look. I wanted to just kind of do something really cool. So I want to do basically like a kind of shiny, sparkly look because, yeah, space and all that stuff. So I've got a couple of things here, one or two things that I've not tried on my channel before, but are quite old, but they're not new by any means. Apologies on that end. First of all, I'm going in with a primer, so I'm going in with my Primed and Ready collection primer. So, right, yeah, I know I mentioned before that I have done a Star Wars look already. That was inspired by kind of the light side and the dark, which is like my kind of interpretation of like the colours that are represented by each character, which I really enjoyed doing. It hasn't been like one of my most viewed ones, but you know, it's fine. I mean, it's still kind of showing my passion and love for Star Wars, which I really do have. Because if you know me very well, I can talk about Star Wars for days on end, and especially that today is May the 4th. It's the perfect day, and of course on if you have Disney Plus, then you know that episode 9 will be coming out, and I have very mixed feelings about that film. I don't know if I spoke about it on my other video, but I mean, I could just talk about it again. I mean, I'm more than happy to give it another talk about, and just the films in general. So yeah, this primer is one of my favorites. It's just one that I go to a lot. And then my foundation, again, one that I have not used in a long time, and it's just been sitting in my kind of foundation collection, is the NYX Born to Glow, and this is in vanilla, so number 6 vanilla, and this was in one of my top 5 foundations because I love this foundation. I mean, it is I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it, and I might just put it on my sponge first. And I'm very surprised at myself that I'm still using a sponge because I kind of test things out and go back and forth, but I've rarely used like a brush kind of doing my look. So I'm gonna go in with my brush with a beauty blender again, because it just makes I think it makes my foundation look a bit more slick and a bit more kind of it makes it look nicer, in my opinion. But yeah, let's talk a bit about Star Wars. So in case I didn't really talk about it a lot last time, which I probably did, so I grew up watching Star Wars. Like, my dad is a big sci-fi fan, and basically I just kind of fell into it, really, like being obsessed with it. And the only time me and my dad have ever been to cinema together, we went to see episode 1, which is basically The Phantom Menace. And when that came out, it was just like, you know, each kind of film has each series has like a generation, and my generation was for The Phantom Menace, basically. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got the bad end of the stick. And I mean, at the time, and even now, people still really hate those movies. And I mean, yeah, they're not that good compared to 4, 5 and 6 were the original ones, but you know, they're still quite fun. I mean, oh sorry, dropping things. It's amazing to see like the cast, because you know, Natalie Portman, I think she's a great actress. She's in one of my favorite films, Leon, and just in quite a lot of other movies in general. And then like Hugh McGregor, who is amazing as Obi-Wan, and you know, he had a great kind of casting aspect on that end, because he does kind of look like Alec Guinness in a certain light. But yeah, I think the casting on that end was great. Of course, the whole like Jar Jar thing and all that usual stuff that people always kind of go back to, but that's, you know, the main point for me is kind of like the storyline and everything else, which I do find a bit strange, because obviously when you think about episode 2, which is my least kind of favourite out of pretty much the whole 9 movies, it's just amazing how Natalie Portman's character, just Amidala, looks completely the same. And then you've got Anakin, who is now turned into like a 20-year-old, and Hayden Christensen, and just like everything. But you know, it's just, maybe people don't age that well in space, I'm not sure. But yeah, those that kind of movie area, like, I guess I was happy to grow up in that era of the Star Wars movies, because that's just the way it is, basically. I'm going to set everything down with this Maybelline matte maker that I've been using a lot recently, getting back into it. But yeah, obviously I grew up with the 4, 5 and 6, and like I have mentioned about a million trillion times, Return of the Jedi is my favourite, mainly just because that was the one I grew up watching a lot. And obviously a lot of people, their favourite is Empire Strikes Back, and that's perfectly fine, because as a movie, like, you know, those 3 movies are just fantastic anyway. Like, they're just so fun, entertaining, which, you know, I think the new ones try too much on, because, you know, let's admit, in the 4, 5 and 6, some aspects there were very slow, you know, moving bits like scenes in the original ones, but as a whole they really worked. Whereas in the new ones, like, my love for the new ones, you know, it's not up there. So I'm going in with Milani Old School in Tea Rose. This one is kind of fading a bit, but we're going to make her work while I've still got it. Basically, the glow is looking a bit sad. I kind of feel like I want to bring you guys in a little bit. I might do that just when I put my highlighter on. Let me just bring you in and you'll just see this ugly mug a bit closer. 1 second. Okay, so I've just drawn you guys in a little bit more, just so you can kind of, I don't look so far away. So with a highlighter, I'm going in with a Candy Cane Heart from I Heart Revolution, an older highlighter, but it's fine. It's got like a red highlighter bit in it. I don't know what I'm saying. But basically, yeah, so when it comes to the new ones, number 9, I just did not enjoy it, and I really did not like Last Jedi as well. Force Awakens I thought was fun. It was nice to see Harrison Ford as Han Solo, because he is that basically that role. Like, there's no one else that would ever, I guess it's the same with the original 3, to be honest. Like, no one is ever going to be Leia, no one's ever going to be Luke compared to the other 2. And yeah, just the new cast, they were good, but I just don't feel like they had that connection as much as the original. Right, I'm going to go on to the eyes next. So I'm using a BH Cosmetics Solar Flare, and this is an amazing baked like shadow palette, and I think I have used this before, cannot remember. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and show you this palette, but one of the shadows is broken, so I do not want to like tip it over and completely ruin everything. So yeah, this is essentially like the color selection. Ooh, nope, summer's fallen out. Right, I am gonna try my best to show you guys this palette without it completely ruining everything, like it's ruining my hands. Okay, right, actually what I can do is actually show you on here, because on the back they've got a picture of the shadows, but then you'll be able to see them on my eyes anyway. So I want to do kind of like a red, you know, I don't know what I'm saying, like a red look, but it looking a bit like shimmery and glowy as well, just because I want it to kind of represent a bit of a lightsaber, like Darth Vader's lightsaber slightly. So let's go in with a transition shade. I'm going to go in with Beam, which is basically this white one at the top here, and it's just like a glitter shadow, and you will see like on here. So I'm just going to put that all over my lid. So that is just settling in, and I probably have mentioned BH Cosmetics before, but all their baked eyeshadows are fantastic. Like the payoff, the pigments are just gorgeous. And I really want to get a few more. They've released like a Zodiac palette and there's a couple of other ones. I've definitely have spoken about these before on my channel. But yeah, today I was kind of looking at my other palettes and I was like, what colour selections are going to go with what I want? And this one, I kind of went for it because, you know, there's a lot of shimmers and a lot of like glowing shadows, which I feel will work, I hope, because I want to make this look be like, I want it to like, you can see it from space, basically, right? So that was Beam. That has, you can pretty much see it. It's a very pigmented shadow. And what I'm going to do next is I've got this trusty, it's meant to be like making for eyeliner, but I use this to kind of make and emphasize kind of like, I'm trying to like, what would you call it? Like a sharp look on the, like a winged look, basically, for shadow. And I'm going to go in with a red shade, and it's called Galactic. So it's basically this one here. This is such a weird, you know, it was really annoying because when this palette arrived, I got it from Beauty Bay, and I messaged them saying my palette has turned up broken, and I think they gave me a couple of pounds back, which is quite good because they were like, oh, you can either send it back or you can have a couple of pounds back. And I was like, well, I'll have some of the money back, because if you send it back and if they send you another one and it's broken, it's just like a continuous pain in the bum. So as you can see, this shade is very pigmented. Oh, so what I'm going to try basically do is similar to the video that I did not yesterday but the day before, which was like just kind of put this all over the crease and just get it really glowing. I know this isn't Darth Vader's red because his is like super red, but I guess if I'm doing just like a galactic kind of look, then I will just call it that, basically. And you can see the shimmer on these shades are gorgeous because they're very buildable. And yeah, again, please check out like the palettes. They have a few, and they're always releasing new ones into the collection. But yeah, this is the shade Galactic, so of course this is gonna fit very well in with the look, hence why I chose this palette. But yeah, let's go into a bit more Star Wars talk, because you know this is why I'm here to show you, just to talk about it for a bit. But yeah, there is that whole the crazy fandom of the Star Wars fans, and you know, I admit I used to be very like defensive around, you know, 1, 2 and 3, and you know, well, mostly 1, because Phantom Menace, I grew up on it and I really enjoy watching it. Every time I watch it, like, the script is so stupid. Like, George Lucas, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to completely just ruin your fans? Which is mostly what he did, because of course when he sold Disney, he made a shit ton of money, and you know, good for him on that aspect. But you know what they were trying to do with these new ones, I don't know what they were trying to do with these new ones, and it makes me sad. I'm going to go in with Fireball because I don't think I've ever used that one. So that is this orange one here. I just want to make it pop. I just want to make this eyeshadow pop. So going in with Fireball, I'm going to show you guys as well. So damn, this is gorgeous. I told you these shades are amazing. So I'm going to put it in the corner here and just build it up, because this is a gorgeous shade. Fireball, yes. And you know, the main 3 actors, it's strange because Daisy Ridley, I believe, was the only one that was like a newcomer, and John Boyega was in Attack the Block, and Oscar Isaac has been in quite a few movies before these ones. So it's a really big mixture of like actors, and which I thought was great because they all worked really well together. But I just think the storylines, they were just like, let's rush everything, let's put everything in like the first movie, and then the other 2 is just a bit of filler until the end. I'm just like, okay, I guess each movie they were like killing off the main characters from the previous ones, which is very sad, because the way, I mean, if you haven't seen number 9, then this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. But yeah, when Leia dies in this one, it was one of kind of the really most frustrating things I have ever watched in the cinema, because she is pretty much one of the most iconic characters in film history. And she was just killed off like it was like really just really quick. And I know it's because obviously Carrie Fisher died while shooting, but they just gave no justice to her character the way she died. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. Please let me know. I'm just going to quickly go in with the dark shade called Magentic, which is this one at the bottom. It's like a grey, and I'm going to put that in the corner. But I just felt like her scene was just, it was nothing. Like, I generally, like when Luke died, you know, that was a bit more of an actual, you know, a scene where he died, because it was like you saw him there and everything. And I know I'm kind of nitpicking at it because, you know, oh, Carrie Fisher died in real life, so they couldn't film anything. Oh no, hang on, sorry. Just completely got eyeshadow all over where it's not supposed to be. I'm going to clean everything up in a minute, because I'm not finishing this video looking like a complete mess. But yeah, I don't know. I just think her death scene was extremely bad. And the whole kiss at the end, that just pissed me off, because I know it was coming, because the whole 2 other movies previously, it was like the sexual tension between Kylo Ren and Rey, and I'm just like, yeah, all right. I mean, it's just, what are you trying to prove with it? And it was just a stupid scene. But I guess, again, catering to those audiences who love that shit. So apologies, I'm just like ranting. But look at this Ewok, can make you happy. Look, he's so cute. Right, so yeah, that's kind of my eyeshadow look. What I want to do is clean it up before I do my lips, and then obviously that's the kind of part of the video done. But let me just sort it out, and be 1 second. Okay, so I've just cleaned up my eyeshadow just a little bit, and I think it looks quite nice. I think the magentic at the end might have been a bit of a mistake, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with it, because I'm not going to change my whole eyeshadow look. I apologise on the light if it's quite dark. I'm using the lights in my kitchen, but outside is quite dark today. It's quite a sad, bit of a depressing day, but we are going on. So yeah, to kind of finish the look, I'm going in with a lipstick from Ciate. So this is the Glitter Flip, in the shade Hollywood. And these are basically lipsticks that when you press your lips together, they make basically have glitter in them, so it's like a buildable glitter. Just gonna put it on, and here we go. So they don't start off as very glittery, and they come in so many shades, but I thought red is the best color. Okay. Oh. One thing about these lipsticks is that they're just a little bit kind of chunky, like you can feel that there's glitter in them, but they're very nice. They do last a while. Okay, don't know if these are a bit drying because I've had them for a while. Alright. Yeah, I guess it's red or pink, I can't really tell, but there's still a nice shade, and you have to kind of give it a second to dry. On my teeth. And I guess, yeah, after like a couple of seconds you get to actually like press your lips together, and then it goes a bit of a glittery aspect to it. But yeah, this is my finished look. I think it looks okay. It's not the most amazing look I've ever done, in my opinion, but I still had fun. You know, Star Wars, is one of my favorite franchises, like I've mentioned about 700 million times. And yeah, Ewok, you know, that's where I get my kind of name from. Everyone knows I'm obsessed with Ewoks. If you know me personally, they are like one of my favorite things in the whole world. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have hope you've had a great May the 4th, and let me know in the comments below what your favourite Star Wars movie is. If you don't like the films, or whatever, if you like the TV shows or you just don't like Star Wars at all. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.